Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be checking out some of what players have been saying about the Oracle class. Before I get to that, however, I did want to show you guys something. I was recommended to go up against this big guy right here, the Vision of Guru. So I am going to be doing that in this video because apparently, even though this is a boss, it actually does not have a boss tag. So I'm able to do 50% damage on him, which means I'll be able to do a whole lot of damage in one hit. So I did charge my ultimate on some enemies outside of this fight. I haven't gone up against this guy yet, so it'll be interesting to see. Also, I was recommended to use the Berserker. This is the Berserker cross skill. This is Wild Shout. Now, this increases your haste by 60%, which means my cast speed for this will be increased. And as you guys know, this is a slow cast speed, almost 3 seconds to cast. So it'll definitely be nice to see this being reduced when you're going up against, bosses like this. So let's see what this is, how this is going to perform. I'm really excited to see how this is actually going to work because I want to know how much damage I can actually do. So let's find out. Holy crap. Wow. That was insane. I died. That was freaking amazing. I am really impressed with the damage output of this class. That's really awesome. Now, some people were saying that this class will definitely get nerfed because it's just doing too much damage. But the thing is, you got to realize this has an extremely long cast speed. So I'm going to be going into some comments, which some of this will explain that this class that is OP still does have some cons with it. Now, of course, this is a very simplistic class. It's also another thing I want to mention. This is a basic class, because of the long cast times and stuff like that. This isn't like Samurai that requires, the way there's a certain process to make Samurai really dish out some damage. That is not the case when it comes to the Oracle. So this will be more of a lax class, but it definitely does have some damage output. Anyways, we'll get to some of the comments. I recently asked players what their thoughts were about the Oracle class in AQ3D. So 64% said it's great. Now, this is out of 314 votes. So we got 64% of the people who voted said that it's great. 9% said that they don't like it. And then 27% said it could be better. But we're going to go over some of the comments that are here because some people do have some interesting insight when it comes to this class. So first of all, this person right here says that they enjoy playing as warrior, pirate, ranger, and paladin and thinks that this class is great, and he'll definitely main it. Says it's also a multi-target class, so that's something that really enjoys, and the nuke is cool and makes it fine for solo, will probably be still good for mob farming. So, and that's true. Although essentially this class probably isn't the most ideal class for, regular farming, but couple this in a team, it will be very, very good. This one here says it looks really fun. I hope it's released soon. Oh, also the release date so far that we have is sometime in November. They plan on releasing the class, so it's not that far away. And Cabbage Cat said, so far so good, hoping it won't get nerfed due to PvP. And this is something I did address in one of my videos. Anyways, this person said, it's definitely fun. Learn that you're fighting enemies with high armor. It becomes harder to alt spam. So I guess on those, it's more balanced, but only if solo. In a group, Oracle is the most broken thing in existence in its current state. It only takes about 44 to 45 ults to kill any boss enemy with ults only, quite a bit, but again, that's not factoring in the damage done with you and your allies' other skills. 7 or 8 ults to do a non-boss regardless of HP, which that's still considering it still takes a while. A small group of Oracle will literally just delete anything they can alt spam on in seconds. But the problem is you can't just alt spam because you need to get your alt back, and it doesn't take 5 seconds to get your alt back. You still have to work to get your alt back. So like the amount of time that it takes is pretty close to what the Samurai can do. I genuinely think this is where we have a bit of misconception going on in how strong this class is, as everyone is seen as a solo player setting, not a group just melting everything they see. So now this is important to note, that this class is a group one. It's intended to be used as a group. It's not as a standalone solo class. This will not perform as good as what people are expecting it to perform. Samurai will still outperform it, and Berserker in some cases. So it will be a good solo class, but definitely not the go-to solo class. In a group setting, yeah, this is, and it's intended to be powerful. This is a DPS support class. Also, there was talk of the ultimate being nerfed, but only against bosses. Hopefully that doesn't go through, because I really think it's good the way it is. But if it is to get nerfed, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Ricari said, I haven't been able to play it. I don't really mess with PTR, but so far it looks great. I'm interested in how it'll present itself in the live release. So far, Blaze is thinking maybe in 3 or 4 weeks. So, and this is actually, I'm going back. So in November was the expected date for it to release, which is kind of cool. Can't wait. Oracle class is the next class I'll be grinding hard for. And I'm hoping it doesn't come with dailies. I really hope it comes out with like some other way to unlock it, because I'm so tired of classes being unlocked through dailies. Ugh, it's just not a good form. In my opinion, the class seems like a good class in both PvP and PvE. For PvE, I can see people spamming the ult until the boss is half health and then switching to Samurai to finish the fight. That could actually work. While I think this will be more amusing to me at first, in the end it'll become boring for me, because almost all the boss fights feel the same in my opinion. The bosses don't have any real mechanics. Just DPS down the boss, rinse and repeat. I would like to see more updates on the combat and boss encounters. Interesting. I would suggest making harder endgame raids that punish players for not playing the encounter good enough, like adding DPS debuffs upon death, stacks the more you die in the boss time enrages. Finally, adding mechanics like stacking, spreading apart, tethers, DPS checks, and healing checks. It's actually interesting feedback. Whenever there's a new class, it's always OP, but eventually it'll get nerfed right before the next class shows up. Sort of. I mean, that's not quite the way it works, but you are right. For when the class is first created, it is always more powerful, and then it always does get balanced with the other classes. Darn you, balancing. I hope they're going to add the vampire and werewolf classes, just like in AQ Worlds. I would love that, especially the werewolf class. I think that would be amazing. My opinion is on the Oracle class, it's a stronger mage class. We needed a stronger mage class. All the other ones are, good, but this one's better. It drops the enemy's HP by half. Not a party impressive, in my opinion. Huh. Not too party impressed. Okay, I'm not sure what that means yet. But anyways, so yeah, it's obviously it is like a mage part 2. I'd actually made a comment how it was kind of like a Ranger 2.0 to somebody, and that's how I feel about it. I kind of feel like it was a Ranger or mage 2.0, not a healer 2.0, which is kind of what we were expecting. So almost like this was like something that could have come had we had the assassin class come out. This could have potentially been like an assassin class type thing. I was expecting a support class that does more in regard to damage, does more, but it turned out to be just a mage class with an OP ability that'll just get nerfed because all the people are complaining about it. After all the people complain about it. Overall, it's a fun class to play, but I'm not too impressed with it. All the time they spent on making a class rather than making the current ones better. Good feedback. And you are right. When people complain about it, they always seem to nerf it. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm really, fingers crossed, that the class stays the way it is. Unlike any class that we currently have, the specialty of this class does not really stand out. What even is the specialty of this class? Nuke damage? I would say yes. To me, what makes this class stand out is the ultimate. That's the only thing to me that stands out. But it's not really that bursting when it's needed the most, like in a boss fight. It's just like Dragon Slayer, but slower. Even Dragon Slayer has more than a standout specialty. This Oracle class is like nothing special about it, if you know what I mean. Maybe it could be better if they focus on the nuke damage, since the ult takes time to cast. And so this is where I'm going back again. So we have some people that are saying it's too strong, and then we have some people like this saying, like, what's the specialty of it? And so that's what I would go to. This has a nuke ability. Nerfing the nuke ability, nerfing the only thing that makes this class stand out, which is the ultimate, would be a fatal mistake to this class, because at that point, why are you using it? So there has been talk of nerfing the ultimate because it's too strong. This is going to kill the class. If you do that, it is going to, there will be no reason to use this class minus the AoE. So I don't know. We'd have to see. Hopefully they won't. Need an overall good healing class, and I thought Oracle was going to be good damage, but it's great, only damage, but in the future becomes a good healing class. So basically what he's trying to say is he was hoping this was going to be a healing class as well as damage, and it seems to be more on the damage side. Now, this is a support class because it does come with debuffs. However, you are right, there's not a lot of healing when it comes to it. I can't say anything before trying it myself, but I'm afraid they can repeat same story as a samurai class. Majority plays a samurai and ignore other classes completely. I honestly don't see a lot of people using samurai over top of other classes. It seems to be fairly balanced because of the way samurai is with its extreme dexterity. Not everybody is comfortable with that, especially on mobile. So I don't see samurai dominating all the other classes when it comes to people using it more. I'm sure there are people who do, but at the end of the day, I still see a ton of pirates or rangers or necromancers or, like I'm still seeing a lot. I don't see just samurai, so I don't think it overshadows the other classes, and capability-wise it does, but I don't see it overshadowing. Anyways, we have to see, but class with no counterplay except, I don't know what that means. Did we release it? Or did they release it already? No, they certainly did not. It's still on the PTR. It's, like I said, November. It's amazing and all, but AE has a tendency to nerf something when it looks too fun. So the amazing class you see right now may get nerfed before it goes live. Example, Samurai class. They already scale you when you enter PvP. I don't understand why they can't do that for classes used in PvP and have them revert back to the original states original stats when the player re-enters PvE. Am I shooting for the stars here? So, and no, he makes a good point. That's very, very true. So, anyways, that's the feedback in regards, and there was a lot more comments on my videos that I made as well for feedback, but I specifically wanted to ask in my community. If you guys don't see my community things that are posted here, turn your notifications on. When I do post stuff here, you should get a notification informing you that I did post a poll or, some form of informational thing. But yeah, so I really like the class. I think it's a great class, and I'm definitely, just the damage output we saw today in the video, in this video was like, wow, it can do some sufficient damage. And it's not going to be the case in every situation, but it's a lot of fun. I love having a class with a nuke like that. I think that's really, really exciting to have something like that. And this will fare well as long as they don't mess it up. Like it's in good states right now, so we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.